West Side Barbell. There's not a powerlifter on the planet that doesn't know the name West Side Barbell.
So let's go ahead and get those sum formulas down here. And we're actually gonna have to put in some things. So let's call this bench 5x4. Remember, this is not a program I would ever suggest someone run. We're just putting in random things here. Okay.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new YouTube video, episode 9 of Homecoming Road to Brunei Powerlifting Nationals 2023. It's a Monday that puts us 19 days away from the national championships on June 4th. Pretty sure it's June 4th. As always on Mondays, we got squats. I have an RP 7 to 8 single. Depending on how I feel when I start warming up, in my mind, I want to go for that RP 8, and I feel like I'm gonna have a good squat session. But if my body's not feeling it, then RP 7, no harm in that. And then we can kind of push a bit more next week when it really matters, because that's when we're gonna be about 2 weeks out. After our top single, we will have a 3x5 at an RP 7. I'm gonna head straight to the gym. Not gonna talk too much, just gonna put the work in. Let's go. Take it. So there you go. There is the top single. 162.5 kilos at not exactly an RP 8, definitely within that 7.5 range. So we're entering like TPF territory now, like that prep from last year. We're starting to get back up there. And this bodes very well considering the fact that we're just under 3 weeks out from Brunei Powerlifting Nationals. So after our solid top single, we moved on to our first set of 5, and I decided, you know what? I haven't repped out 140 kilos in a very long time. And I was it wasn't feeling good, but I was feeling strong. You know, there's some days where you don't feel great, but you feel strong. Like that bar is moving. So today was one of those days. So I decided, you know what, let's go 140. So this is my first set of 5 with 140 kilos. That was definitely like an RP 7. Anything more, I would have overshot. And it's just a really nice feeling to be touching these old numbers again. I haven't repped 140 in a very long time. And then after we finished our 140 first set of 5, we moved on to our final 2 sets. I went 132, and that felt a bit heavy. So for our last set, we decided, you know what, let's keep it in the pocket. We dropped it down to 130 kilos and finished our last set of 5 with 130. And then after that, accessories were basically the same as last week. I didn't film anything. The gym was absolutely packed. I think it's my first time training during like peak hours. Pretty much every single station was being used. So I was like, okay, yeah, I don't have the balls to record my accessory work or even myself talking. So super solid squat day, super happy with that. Let's move on to bench. Let's continue this very strong start to the week. Hello everyone. Welcome. Ow! Your nail! Welcome to the Tuesday portion of this video. We had bench today. RP 7 to 8 single. I went with that RP 7 just because there's some discomfort in my bicep elbow area. That ended up being, well, this 72.5 for a single at an RP 7. We're just gonna chill. I know next week we'll see if my body is gonna allow me to push it or not. Hopefully it does. And after that very routine single, we went on to a 4x6, which was all done with 60 kilos. I'm gonna just show it here. There's nothing much to it, not entertaining at all. I like that. I'll have to be honest, my bench has never been the most entertaining thing except for when it was gaining momentum last year, but that kind of petered out and we're kind of set back a little bit, but not as much as we were before. For accessories, all we did was flat dumbbell press, and then we substituted tricep pull downs and we did easy bar skull crushers instead, because the gym that I go to, there's 3 different cables for you to use to do your tricep pull downs. Every single cable was being used. So you know what, I was short on time. I decided let's do another movement that kind of mimics that, and I decided easy bar skull crushers, plain and simple. Yes. So yeah, sometimes that's what's required. You need to be able to think on your feet and be quick with these things. Like if you need to make the adjustments, make the adjustments and explain to your coach. After we finished our easy bar skull crushers, we went on to lat pull downs, and that was pretty much it. Nothing that is interesting at all. So yeah, we're gonna leave it at that, and we'll catch you guys for the Wednesday portion of this video. We have deadlifts tomorrow.
5, 6 in that PM, and then
In the
7,
morning.
Yeah, and then 7, 8, 9. I'll just do my tutorial and book my time.
Welcome to the Wednesday portion of this video. Pretty solid deadlift day. We carried the momentum from squats into today. Let's disregard yesterday's bench session, which was just subpar. Lower body lifts, squat deadlifts, very much up there. We're likely gonna pull some solid numbers. Yeah, there's not much to say. I did that 190 single. I was thinking 200, but I asked the guys, so shout out like Ming, Goy, Hazran, all those dudes. And I wanted to go 200 after the 190, but let's keep it in the pocket. Let's not overshoot, and we will try to go for that 200 next week. Regardless, I will stay within the given RPE range because that's what good athletes should do. After our 190, we ended up going for our 4x3, 170 for our first 2 sets of triples, and those were pretty breezy. I think the first set was breezy, the second set was a bit tough, and then we finished our last 2 sets with 160 kilos. So, very solid deadlift session. I considered doing a pull-up challenge that was being held at the gym, but I was like, you know what? Let's not be stupid and stick to the program. So we didn't end up doing that pull-up challenge, but very, very solid deadlift day. It looks like the momentum is gonna go into nationals on June 4th. So we'll see how things go. Low key, I'm keeping up with the competition. Like I see their lifts on my stories, on Instagram stories, and I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna need this number, and this number on meet day. So I'm gonna cap off the video there. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Stay on the grind, keep grinding. I'm out.